P.Diddy, speaking of melatonin, speaking of substances, and speaking of friends, and speaking of freaks, speaking of freak-offs. That's what P.Diddy calls these parties, freak-offs. I never got the invite to a freak-off. I've gotten my freak on at a roller skating rink in the 90s. Brightly colored wristbands, all skate. Guys ask girls, girls ask guys. Sometimes there'd just be a creepy guy with a ponytail that would skate onto the floor and impress the girls, and they'd go, "That's what a real man looks like." And you're like, he's fucking 40. Chill out, Cammy.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch. About last night.
How much lube is too much lube? Guys, welcome back to the About Last Night podcast. This is the show where we talk about our feelings, we talk about our thoughts, we talk about the world, and not in that order. But let's talk about Diddy. You know what? Before we talk about Diddy, let's talk about dates. We have launched a Dr. Phil Live tour. It is out. It is happening. Holy shit, 2025. You know the dates we got this fall. October 25th at the Miller Theater in Philly, sold out. October 26th at Capital One Hall in Tyson, Virginia, just about sold out. November 15th, Beacon Theater in New York, about 90% sold out. December 6th, Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona, Dr. Phil Live, sold out. December 7th, San Diego Civic Theater, just about sold out. Can't wait for you guys to come to these shows. We are live streaming the December 7th show, by the way. If you can't make it in San Diego, go to adamray.live. And watch it from home. Adam Devine, Tony Hinchcliffe are the guests, and a lot of special surprises. Can't wait for you guys to see it. adamray.live to live stream the December 7th Dr. Phil Live show. Also, I am doing a fully improvised show October 30th from Comedy on State in Madison, Wisconsin, where I shot my stand-up special October 30th. Fully improvised. We will have some musical improv, some live video submissions, prize giveaways, merch giveaways, audience involvement, of course. And it's going to be a wild show, and it's happening October 30th in Madison, Wisconsin. But you can watch from the comfort of your own home or your stepdad's waterbed. AdamRay.live for tickets. AdamRayComedy.com for stand-up tickets. Holy shit. I have a shit ton of dates that we are adding for 2025. Kansas City, San Diego, holy shit, Florida, Phoenix, Tulsa, Oklahoma for the first time. A lot of new dates. I'm going to be posting those very soon, or they might be up actually right now. AdamRayComedy.com for all those tickets and tour dates. And Dr. Phil Live 2025 has been announced. All the tickets are on sale. AdamRayComedy.com. We got Dallas, Austin, Nashville, Atlanta, San Francisco, Vegas, Boston, and Chicago. Holy shit. It's going to be wild, guys. These shows are getting wild, and the ones here in Los Angeles remain sold out. Fortune Feimster and Chris DeStefano are on the show tomorrow, and we got some other special guests that we're going to announce soon for those Comedy Store shows. All those tickets at AdamRayComedy.com. Come out and see your boy. Now, let's get into what's been going on with me. Well, went to Europe for 3 weeks, came back from that. And as you know, after I came back from that, I took a day off and went to, Atlanta, St. Louis, Arizona, Columbus. It was too much traveling, dude. I threw my back out. I slipped a disc. That's what she said. But I did. And we're not talking a Frisbee disc. We're talking a disc in my back. And it snapped, crackle, popped out of my back. Now, I'm 42. I'm not at the age where you go, oh, man, I got to get a back surgery. But you do start to go, man, maybe yoga, stretching. I'm not going to do yoga, but maybe stretching more. I don't know. I'd rather just get the chiropractor stuff from time to time. But, man, 42, I thought I was the new 22, but it might be the new 45. That being said, happy to be here. Happy to not be Happy to not. I saw a guy with one hand the other day at the grocery store. Fuck. He was getting around fine, though. Like, I wish I want to believe that I would have the mental fortitude to press on if I lost a hand, but I don't fucking know, dude. You can get by in life. You only need one hand. You need 2 feet, you need one hand. Who said that? Dr. Seuss? Somebody said that. I'd rather have 2 feet than 2 hands if I had to choose. I don't know why I would have to choose. This is a weird, would you rather, but there's something about, you need, I don't know. If you don't have both hands, I guess you're using your elbows? No, but if you don't have, or your mouth, you're probably using your mouth a lot for opening doors and stuff, but then that's not sanitary. All right, this feels like something I can think about by myself in bed on melatonin. P.Diddy, speaking of melatonin, speaking of substances, and speaking of friends, and speaking of freaks, speaking of freak-offs. That's what P.Diddy calls these parties, freak-offs. I never got the invite to a freak-off. I've got my freak on at a roller skating rink in the 90s. Brightly colored wristbands, all skate. Guys ask girls, girls ask guys. Sometimes there'd just be a creepy guy with a ponytail that would skate onto the floor and impress the girls, and they'd go, that's what a real man looks like. And you're like, he's fucking 40. Chill out, Cammy. But I definitely think he's going to jail. I want to watch the trial. We haven't had a good trial. The Alec Baldwin trial was pretty quick and unnecessary. He fucked up, but it wasn't his fault. Johnny Depp trial was great. Elizabeth Holmes trial was, I don't think they aired all of it, but that was entertaining. You gotta air the Diddy trial. You gotta air it, dude. You gotta air the trial. Hey, Joe Biden here, you gotta put the trial on. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna do it. Did he do it? Did he not do it? Did he dildo? Did Bilbo Baggins? Come on, you know what it is. This guy's got buckets of lube. He's got two buckets of fun. He's fruit by the foot. He's got fruit by the foot. It's a dildo lube. He's got the boob lube. I think taping people having sex and then bribing them is a weird move, and apparently that's what he did. Now, who did he do it to? This is what we're about to find out. Usher apparently deleted a bunch of tweets. Now, coincidence? I don't know. They were homies, our homies. Even Howard Stern said once, he was like, they didn't even let me go inside the house at a party. I had to go to the bathroom in the bushes. Thank God. We all have weird vices. I was about to say fetishes, but I put ketchup on eggs. Is that a fetish or a fucking passion? I don't know. But I just thank God I was never raised or found the path of dude, I'm going to get people together, have them fuck, tape it, and ask them for favors. Dude, that's, you're making music. You got millions. You're already doing it. It just seems like some people are bored. I think you can get so rich that you get bored. I think he probably did this shit after he got rich, right? So much money. More money, more problems. I think not enough problems. So you create problems, right? More money, more downtime, more crazy thoughts. So anyway, can't wait for that trial. Diddy, if you're watching, dude, may God have mercy on your soul. But also, why so much lube, dude? I think when they raided Jared from Subway's house, I think he had a bunch of lube too. Anyway, it's now the lube sponsors got to be pumped. They're like, dude, he had so much of our lube, people can't stop buying our stuff. It's almost like Pringles, right? Once it pops, you can't stop. If you're a lube company, you're definitely like, dude, he had so much of our lube, I guess. And he had the freak-offs. Those were the best parties. So our lube was at the best party. That's pretty awesome. There's a new Kill Tony that came out. I did a new character on Kill Tony. Let's shift gears into something lighter. Speaking of lube, the character's name was Jeremy. And he is a nerdy kid from San Antonio who's never had sex and never done stand-up comedy. And he tried it for the first time on Kill Tony. I'd hit up Tony after Dr. Phil last year, and I said, Tony, I want to do a new character. Here's a couple options. It was Elaine and Jeremy, and Tony was like, Elaine for sure. Do Elaine, it'll crush. He was right. It was fun. People responded well. People are always going to respond well and not well. You can't read the comments. I always read a few just to kind of get a gauge on what's happening and if people are, if things are heading in the right direction. But you have to go off of how you feel and how the crowd in the moment is. And with this new character that we did a few weeks ago, Jeremy, we had him as a bucket pull. So we locked my phone up. Tony pulls his name out. Just a one-name guy, Jeremy. And I come out, do my set, then we do an interview, and then Tony gives me a golden ticket, asks me to join the panel with John Christ. And it was a blast. It was so fun, dude. Crowd was wild. The show was just so fun, as it always is. And appreciate the love for the new character. It came from this pilot that I did called Jeremy that is on my YouTube. Check it out. Jeremy's in it. Elaine's in it. And me in a fat suit as Jeremy's dad, this gay hairstylist. And it was supposed to be a dysfunctional family show. Before COVID hit, I was like, what would be my show if I could make a show right now? So I'm going to self-fund this, ask for some favors. You know, Tom Lennon's in it, Ron Funches, David Koechner, Joel McHale. And I created this show where I play 3 different characters because I'm like, that's what I would want to do right now. And so from that, after Dr. Phil, I was like, Tony, I think there's an opportunity to kind of expand the KT character universe. And Elaine was fun, and then obviously doing Biden with Shane Gillis' Trump added to the character mix. And then Tony was like, yeah, it's time for that other character of yours. So who knows if we do another one, but it's fun to have this kind of rotation now of things to pop on. And obviously me going on as Adam as well is always fun. But yeah, it's challenging for me. It's fun for the show. It's something different. Tony is pretty savvy at always trying to expand the KT world and just keep things fresh. So anyway, I appreciate all the DMs and messages and people wanting more Jeremy. I told myself when I went on, because having those bracelets for Jeremy and talking like this, and I was like, I got to have a catchphrase. So if you saw the clips I posted or the episode, I was like, and that's what's up, was going to be like, clearly like, here's a catchphrase, I'm trying to get going. And so I had a little bit of a set up top. And then any time during the episode, I would go, and that's what's up, to kind of button a moment. But a fun regular to now throw into the mix on any sort of live KT show, whether it's arena or theater or whatnot. So people still messaging me, how's your Kamala impression coming along? Dude, guys, give it a rest. I am not doing blackface or Indian face. I mean Trump. Doesn't matter what you are, black, Indian, you can be blendian. Are you going to be like Mike or bend it like Beckham? I don't know. But Barron, my son. Barron, I saw a picture of Barron. I always pictured him as like still just like a little kid, but he's like 20 now, I think, and like 6'5". What a wild thing to just be the son of Trump. Today's episode of the About Last Night podcast is brought to you by Dr. Marty Pets, Nature's Blend. Well, it's time to keep your dog happy, playful, active, and healthy, okay? They're going to eat. Don't let them eat their own poop or their own balls. It's time to give them stuff that's good for them, okay? Good food that they enjoy that is pretty cost effective, and that's why I'm talking to you about Dr. Marty's Pets, okay? Did you know your dog's food could be harming them, potentially? Yeah, I couldn't believe it, but Dr. Marty, who is a veterinarian called the Miracle Worker by Forbes magazine, says that there's one major red flag to look out for. Cooked dog food, which was my nickname in middle school. Like kibble or canned food. Okay, when a dog gets dog food that's cooked at high temperatures, the amino acids often overheat and can create dangerous compounds called AGEs, AGES, or advanced glycation end products, okay? I don't know what the fuck these things are, but they can cause dangerous buildup in your dog's system and make them act like fucking serial killers, okay? Or older than they are. High amounts of all this stuff could actually even be connected to cancer. So what you want to do is avoid all that, okay? But look, I know it's tricky because even healthy and organic dog food is often cooked at high temperatures. So this gets us to this, conundrum of like, well, dude, how do we avoid this? How do we make it easier? Because it's hard to avoid all the chemicals and all the bullshit in my dog's food. Well, that's why Dr. Marty created his own formula called Nature's Blend. It's freeze-dried. It's raw, okay? We all know how much we love raw dog food. See what I did there? So you don't need to worry about potential ages from kibble. It's shelf stable, and it's mess free, and it's full of nutrients. Who loves nutrients? Raise your hand. My man. And it tastes absolutely delicious to dogs. You want your dog to enjoy their food. You want them to enjoy their life. And I personally know that Pickles and Bagel, my pups, love it. They eat it. We put it out for them. They look over at us. They go. They give us a thumbs up. If your dog gives you a thumbs up and even says, dude, dad, this is great, and they start talking, you know it's fucking delicious. Nature's Blend has improved their life. It's gotten more of a pep in their step. They wake up ready for the day. They don't shit all over the house anymore. They're more playful. Their coats are softer. Their skin, you can feel their skin and fur. It's nice. Even the vets have made comments on it. It's convenient, okay, versus the messy, fresh food that you have to thaw out. And it just has turned over a new chapter in the way that they live and the way that they dog, you know? The way that they raw dog. It's raw dog food. By the way, that is a great name for a company. These guys might need to watch their backs. I might come out with my own. I can't wait for your dog to try it. Pickles and Bagel love it, and you will too. For a limited time, enjoy up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Crispies, their best-selling wild-caught cod skin treats. I tried it when I was high. It was delicious. Just go to drmartypets.com/ALN. Every order is backed by a 90-day money-back promise. So if you want to support your dog's digestion, soft coat, and healthy lifespan, go to drmartypets.com/ALN today for up to 54% off. Okay? Dogs love food, and you love your dogs. What are you waiting for? Enjoy the rest of the episode. I was watching this Menendez Brothers documentary, and we are obsessed with these murder shows, dude. And I am a part of the problem. I can't get enough. It's a wild story. If you have not watched the Menendez Brothers show about them killing their parents on Netflix, I mean, I don't want to say drop what you're doing and watch it, but because it's dark and sadistic and fucked up, the acting's incredible. Man, we just can't get enough of it. It's just such a... I think we like seeing these shows more than we do like wholesome family comedies. Things have taken a turn. Game of Thrones really opened up our eyes and opened up our buttholes as far as like, oh, there's other shit out there. Dude, Friends is not all we got. We're not, dude, things are about to take a turn. Dragons and butt cheeks and incest and lesbians. I have not seen Game of Thrones. Is that what it's about? There's a lot I haven't seen because there's a lot out there to watch. I randomly stumbled across a documentary about a magician. And then I started watching some of Justin Willman's Magic for Humans show on Netflix. Great comedian, great friend, great magician. Check him out. Speaking of magician, there was a magician at the Dr. Phil Live show last week. Jeremiah, shout out. He works at the Magic Castle. Follow him on Instagram. He came to my wife's birthday party that we had and performed and was unbelievable. I can't get enough of fucking live magic, dude. In a cash party setting, wild. Incredible, awesome. Dude, shout out to Jer. If you don't like magic, maybe you were like beat with a baton or like somebody pulled a rabbit out of your fucking cock or something happened to you as a kid. But man, it's the sleight of hand, the quick, he kept pulling coins out of people's ears. Granted, we were a little drunk, but it was very impressive. The close-up card tricks, yabba dabba doo, yes please. Everyone was freaking out. And he was there for about 3-4 hours and just crushing it, dude. 24 years, I think he said, been doing magic. During the Phil show, I was doing some crowd working right after the opening monologue before I brought the guests out. And I'm boring myself. And I go, sir, did you woo in the back of the crowd? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what's your name? He goes, Jeremiah. I go, what do you do? He goes, I do magic. I go, what do you mean you do magic? Well, come on up here. And he did a fucking trick. And it was wild, dude. It could have gone two ways. Bringing people up on stage is always a roll of the dice. It could go one way or the other, but he was so fucking funny. And I'm like, dude, I remember trying to be a magician as a kid. My mom bought me that like coloring book where if you open it from the bottom, it's blank. You open it from the middle, it's outlined. You open it from the top, it's filled in with color. And I was just like, dude, it was I was so bad. I just bring it to school and be like, you guys want to see magic? Like, my friends would be like, dude, you're a magician? I was like, Yeah, dude. As of last night. Dude, that's awesome. How do you become a magician? I can't tell you, dude. Because then you know how it works. But do you have to go to a class or anything? Nope, I just bought the book and now I'm in, but I can't tell you how or why because I've already told you too much. I should kill you now. I'm gonna have to kill you. And I'm like, how about you just open that book? Actually, you know what? Give me the book. I'd realize I can't have them open the book. I open it from the bottom. I'm like, tap the top right there. They tap it. I open it from the middle. Dude, what? I'm like, do you want me to color in the book for you? No, I'm all right. Okay, well. Now it's colored. And they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't really need you to do that, but I feel like you're kind of forcing these tricks on me. Oh, really? And, you know, taking the coin out of someone's ear is aggressive. If you're on a first date and somebody does magic to you, I would love to know how women feel about that. Because if I was on a date and a woman pulled a coin out of my ear, I'd probably be like, the fuck is wrong with you? If it was done in like the first 10 minutes. 2 hours in, we're fucked up. It's been discussed that she does magic. Yeah, like, do a trick now. But if you just sit down and you take a coin out of someone's ear, there is something to be said about the illusionist versus the magician, right? David Blaine, crazy human tricks, sticks needles in his arm, you know, I think he let a frog like live in his lungs for a year or something. Gotta Google that. That's not right. But yeah, man, there is something going on in the magic world that's. I wonder if it's the same thing for comedy, where it's like it's a good time for magic, dude. Dude, there's a lot of like awesome hot magicians out there. I was in Columbus, Ohio a few weeks ago. Shout out to Columbus. Shout out to the Funny Bone. 4 sold out shows. I love you guys. We were at the Atlanta Buckhead Theater the night before that. Shout out to everybody that came out to that show. Awesome. Just about sold out. Holds about 800. I think we got about 720 in there. Great. Atlanta's a great comedy city. We're bringing a Dr. Phil live show back there next March or April. Check the website. And then Columbus, man. I got to go visit the Columbus soccer team. They won the cup last year. Dude, what a wild stadium. Brought back some memories of soccer for me. Scored on my own team when I was 10. I've talked about this. Best friend's dad called me a fucking idiot. That was a wrap. Soccer is popular in cities that have college football out there, obviously, but Columbus, the Columbus Fire. Anyway, these guys they treated us well. We took a tour of the stadium. Shows were fire. The QB and offensive lineman from the Ohio State Buckeyes came out. Shout out to the club. A lot of hospitality. Great indoor-outdoor mall. Love a good indoor-outdoor mall. Love it, dude. Fun restaurants. Bought some shoes that I'll never wear again. Fell apart on the plane ride back to L.A. Yeah, I am trying to go out and about a little bit more on the road. You know, I usually try to catch up on sleep. But when we were in St. Louis for 2 shows at the City Winery, who, by the way, charged me for selling merch at their venue. Hey, City Winery, weird move. It's just part of what they do, but dude, you guys got to be put on blast for this. It's a wild move. They charge, I think it was 20% to sell merch at my show. It's just like a part of whoever makes these deals and puts on shows. They do a lot of concerts and music stuff. City Winery is a chain. I think they got it in Atlanta, New York, and somewhere else, but you guys got to stop that. I mean, I brought my buddy Norm, an assistant, to run and sell the merch. Charging people for it. Look, if I'm at a certain club and Norm's not with me, I'll have a member of the comedy club staff do it. And I always tip them out for helping out. But when you guys don't have anybody helping, and then you take money still, hey, say it with me, weird move. Why'd you do that? But I don't want to shoot the messenger. The manager there at the time didn't seem like she was pumped about that either. But City Winery, got to fix that, dude. That is a deterrent for people to perform at your spot because that's bad business. So, but cool room. Crowd was fun. But wow, that was wild. Threw out the first pitch at the St. Louis Cardinals game. They were playing my Mariners. Lesson learned. I'd thrown the first pitch out when the Mariners played the Pirates in Pittsburgh a month prior. and they made me wear a Pirates jersey, and Mariner players who I know and don't know were giving me a really hard time about it, and it really ate at me. So I walked out drinking an Anheuser-Busch beer. Cheers to the crowd. I don't think anybody's drank a beer on the mound before, so that was kind of cool. Pulled it out of my back pocket, took a swig. My buddy Matt Coleman, who's a diehard Cardinals fan and St. Louis native, came on the mound with me. I handed him the beer, ripped off the Cardinals jersey, wearing a Mariners jersey underneath. Everybody started booing, threw a pitch. I hugged their bird. I think his name's Freebird or Freddie Bird, Cardinals mascot. And I'm hugging him, and I spin him around. And I go, yeah, yeah. I go, I love you, man. And these mascots never break character. They're always just like, big gestures. And I'm spinning him around. He goes, under the mask, he goes, all right, man, put me down. I was like, oh, shit, that's right. There's a guy in there. You're not just a giant life-sized bird. But, yeah, a lot of traveling. 9 cities, 8 days. Did a corporate gig in Arizona. A lot of fun. These corporate gigs, man, you gotta. When you're set up for stand-up, you're set up to win. When you're hosting or emceeing like a ballroom dinner, which I've done, dude, bad news bears. But this was fun. Young crowd. I made fun of the CEO of Sprouts in a fun way because their agenda had like this whole thing where it was like 6 a.m. the next day was like a group walk run. And I was like, dude, who the fuck made this schedule? You guys are going to be out partying all night, getting up at 6 to walk run? Like, I was like, I heard somebody in the corner say, I'd rather attend a bisexual gangbang at 5 a.m. And I was like, and that was the CEO of Sprouts or whatever, who wasn't there. But everybody laughed, thank God. Real fun show. Those can always be hit or miss. Ask any comedian. A corporate gig is always like great, or it's a cash grab and you want to get the fuck out of there. But good times, great oldies. What else, man? I'm tired. Can you hear it in my voice? I'm tired, man. I got to get some fucking sleep. I thought about not canceling a bunch of shows. I need to, what is it? Who's got that, what is it, hyperbolic chamber? Joe Rogan or Russell Wilson? Somebody has like a hyperbolic chamber where you can just go to bed for like a year or something. I gotta get one of those. I sleep about 5 to 7. I also smoked in the last couple of nights some pretty strong indica to try to just pass the fuck out. And I think it made me definitely like it carried over into the next day to where I was like, man, I'm sluggish, ruggish bone, little bit slow in the giddy up. But that's also just like, with having a lot, stretching myself thin with like how much I'm filling up on the day-to-day and how much bandwidth do I got. Also, I want to challenge myself, and you guys let me know if you want to do this with me, to get off the phone for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just to fucking go cold turkey. I don't know if I can do it. I'd have to hire somebody to like do my texts and do my social media posts, and I like to respond. I pride myself on responding to everybody on Instagram, but I'd have to fucking get off that for a bit and just go cold turkey, dude, and just fucking put this thing down. Even you saw me checking it during the pod here, but that's checking some of the notes I made. What else did I write down here? Mafia game. Oh yeah, Mafia. Holy shit. Have you guys played the Mafia game? We did this at our place for a Friday night shindig for my wife's birthday, and it is a wild game, dude. Mafia is one of those games where it's like big group game. There's one guy that runs it. Everyone closes their eyes, taps you. You wake up, hey, you're a murderer. There's like 3 murderers, and then there's townspeople. And then everyone starts to go like, dude, that guy's a murderer. That guy's a fucking rapist. That guy's a townsperson. He's fucking, you're gay. Like, it's just, and everyone just accuses everybody of shit. And then you vote to kill somebody, and then you close your eyes, and then someone's like a doctor, and they can save that person that died. Or it's like a game of tomfoolery and trick or treatery, and it's wild. And you throw in booze and weed in the mix, and then everyone's just screaming and yelling and giggling, and it was a good time. It's called Mafia. I don't know who came up with it. Again, murder. We love these murder games, dude. Can't get enough. Super Mario Brothers, one of the first games that really popped off. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Mario didn't have a lot of murder. I guess you are throwing like fireballs at fucking turtles. That's pretty aggressive. And every time you jump, if you jump wrong and you miss a fucking cliff, you just die. So yeah, dude. But we were distracted by bam, 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 bam. I think that's the. By the way, can you imagine if that song? Play that song at my funeral. Or The Price is Right. Or the sound when, if they lower me into the casket, the sound of when Veruca Salt jumped into the bad egg chute in Willy Wonka, the original. Remember? And then she went down. And then the dad was like, where's she going to go? And he's like, oh, she's going to go to the milking room. They're going to milk her. Or I forget. No. She's going to go to the juicing room. No, that was the blueberry. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. Oh, yeah, the juicing room. They're going to squeeze her down. That fucking movie is so much better than the remake. I couldn't finish the Johnny Depp Wonka. He was like, Augustus Gloop, you fat fuck. Stop eating all my chocolate. You've already got diabetes, and now you're going to have... I'm going to get Amber to shit in your bed. The original is so good, dude. The kid who plays Charlie Bucket is unreal. Deserves an Oscar. Gene Wilder was unbelievable. And then all the ancillary parts, all the parents, MADtv, who reminds me of my nephew, just a little spunky. My nephew called my wife on her birthday and goes, happy birthday, I love you. I'm like, thanks, dude. I go, can you tell her a joke? He goes, so I went to school last week and the teacher was like, don't go number 2 in the bathroom. Okay, what'd you do? I went in and I diarrheaed all over the wall. I was like, that's fucked up, man. He goes, get it? I was like, dude, you got to work on your timing, your delivery, and your punchlines. But you're also 10? Fuck, he's 10 now. What a crazy... Dude, can you imagine being 10 right now in 2024 and seeing what's happening in the world? What a fuck. Dude, at 10, what was I doing? Watching my friend eat his boogers, having crushes on girls who I had bigger boobs than, just trying to fucking get by. I mean, trying to get by as a 10-year-old. I don't know, watching a lot of TV. I think at 10, a lot of TV. Video games were starting to become a big deal. I remember the first system I bought was a Super Nintendo. My mom let me use some of my bar mitzvah money to buy a Super Nintendo. And I bought the Batman Forever game. No, Batman Returns, Mario All-Stars, and by the way, there was Sega Saturn before that. Do you remember people that bought Sega Saturn? By the way, I say that because I was one of them. I think it was like $200 and you got 9 free games. If a system gives you 9 free games, you know it's fucked, dude. It's like if you go to a strip club and they're like, you want 9 dances for $1? You're like, yeah, if I want fucking HPV. Well, hope you guys have a great rest of the week. There's a lot going on, a lot coming up. Dr. Phil Live tour, AdamRayComedy.com. The dates are up all over the country. Big theaters, Chicago, Nashville, Dallas, Boston, San Francisco, Vegas, Nashville, Atlanta, AdamRayComedy.com. 2025 stand-up tour dates are all on sale, AdamRayComedy.com. Toronto, Phoenix, Tulsa, Kansas City, AdamRayComedy.com. And, of course, Dr. Phil Live once a month here at the Comedy Store. About Last Night podcast on YouTube, Instagram. Follow us. I'm at Adam Ray Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys on the road. And a very special announcement coming very soon, so stay tuned. And, of course, AdamRay.live for the October 30th live stream from Comedy on State in Madison, Wisconsin. And, of course, December 7th, Dr. Phil live stream with Tony Hinchcliffe and Adam Devine. AdamRay.live for tickets. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Enjoy the week. Goodbye.